And we live, I think. And it's still dark. What's up, everyone? Oh, let me put my head covering on. Let's put a head covering on. I'm not quite sure why spiritually or biblically they say women should wear head coverings while praying, but a head covering does feel appropriate for me. Or a hat. I don't know if that's a Gemini thing or I don't fucking know, but it don't matter. Anyway. What's up, y'all? Let's pull some energies. Oh yeah, let me take I even took my cell salts this morning. If y'all don't know what cell salts are, check out my page. And if you want to purchase some, go to jackienewstore.com. I'll add the description I'll add the link in the description after the live. I should have added it then. Damn, I should have. I wasn't thinking. And I also should have added my I wonder if I can do it now. No, you can't. Let me see. I'll maybe have to be on a laptop or some shit. I don't know. That's lame though. That's weak as fuck. Cause I be seeing other people type in their chat. How come? I guess you got to be on a laptop. Anyway, let me do a filter too. While I wait on people to come in. What y'all got going on this morning? I wanted to go on a different device. This one right here. So that I could use the option to add people to my stream. That's kind of cute. But for some reason, it wouldn't even let me do that. It didn't even have an option on this tablet. And the YouTube app is updated, so I don't get it. I don't get it. What up, Misa? I'm just playing around right now, trying to get comfortable. It's MoonDae. Just took my cell salts. Oh, and that's why I'm waiting to try to let them melt in my mouth. Okay, I guess we'll go with this filter. Because it kind of gives me some light, even when it gets dark. So, oh, I looked up the transits prior to me clicking on this string. Let me swallow this. Yeah, I had to swallow it. I pulled up the transit too. Let me pull it up real quick. I took a picture of it. Where's the shit at? I know the moon is in late Scorpio right now. I like Scorpio energy. And I love higher degree energy just in general most of the time, I guess. Damn, I can't find the gallery. The fuck? Here you go. I just want to have it pulled up. So let's pull some astro cards. There we go. Let's pull some astro cards. I'm gonna need a re-up on cell salt soon. Oh, Misa, I didn't even know you had bought some. Cause I don't be knowing who be buying. I be curious, like, who is this person? So one of them people was you. Okay. I don't have any more Libra. I got the last Libra cell salts. I don't have any Libra in my chart, and the Libra cell salts be boosting me a little bit, so I kept that last one for myself. That's the one I was taking. Damn. Oh well, whatever. Okay, so let's pull some astro cards on this MoonDae. Oh, what else? What are the other trends? I didn't even look. Scorpio. Then we got Mercury in the 0 degree of Virgo. Okay. We already know Venus is in Libra. Mars is in Cancer, 2 degrees. Jupiter is still in Gemini. I'm not an astrologer, but I think it is good to keep up with the energies and the transits so that you can peep game when you're going throughout your day. And then you can kind of already be calibrated as far as the energy that you know you're probably going to be in by default. And that others could be relating in, see, I done took that Libra cell, so I'm talking about relating. I don't even got no Libra in my chart. But how others could be experiencing their experience too, their reality. Is this in the, Let me start over. I had the deck in the reverse, even though that was the 4th house, but still. That was the 4th house, but that don't count because the whole deck was in reverse. Because I would have to read that like the 4th house was in reverse, and I want a genuine. If it's supposed to come out like that, we'll see. Before, okay. Well, 3 cards came out. And guess what? All them bitches came out in the reverse. No, all of them didn't, but 2 of them did. Guess we're going to have to read it like that. I damn near want to pull some more. I damn near want to put these back, but we're going to read it. The 1st house in the reverse, your individuality being in reverse. Well, not your individuality, but the housing of your individuality. Maybe for an example, like your closet could need to be reorganized or organized or cleaned up, because this is where your individuality is housed, where your clothes are. What else houses individuality? What else is an individual thing? Like your hair, your persona, the way you appear to people is your identity as far as the 1st house is concerned, is how I'm looking at it at the moment. And maybe the way you're presenting yourself, or maybe, I don't want to go too deep because I don't want to read negative cards. So let's move on. Matter of fact, I damn near want to put these back because they did fall out. Let me put it back. So we finna put them back. We finna put them back real quick. All right. Well, 3 cards came out again, and 4 cards came out. Okay. Okay. And Virgo came out. Virgo, which is the earth sign. We already know that. Where's Virgo right now? Virgo is what I just said, Mercury. Mercury is in Virgo. And we're gonna keep them other cards in mind too. Sagittarius came out, which is the energy of your meanings and reasonings. Where's Sagittarius right now? What's in Sag? I don't see no Sagittarius energy. I don't see any Sag energy. So maybe this is the meanings and reasonings being your individual shit, or you got to create these things on your own. 5th house, the house of play. This is the house that Leo derived out of. This is your entertainment, the things that you enjoy to do, your expressions. And then we got the sun, and the sun is rules Leo. The sun rules Leo. Okay. I don't know. Let's see what that's about, because I'm not really quite. I mean, I guess that's just the energy of the day. Or I don't know, because sometimes the energies be coming out so obvious. This ain't quite obvious like that. At least not right now. Oh, shit. Let's pull some of the numerology cards. We're not doing that today. We're not doing that today. Not today, generic. All right. Let's see what come out. We pulling out of a numerology deck, which this numerology deck contains numbers, sigils, and colors. And it gives us pretty good information as to the energy without being adding biases and indoctrination to it. This is number 5. We already talked about this, but everybody may not be aware. This is the 5 energy. Leo is the 5th house. Okay, that's beginning to make sense. Plus the sun came out. What was I finna say? Let me delete this bitch because he finna distract me. And Christ also is kind of an energy that I would say the 5th house and this is an energy that derived from this space as well. This is your sun energy. Okay, and this is also the solution card. This card is we got 3 different perspectives of each number in this deck. That's the solution one. Let's pull 2 more. Okay. Dang, why it won't come out like that? I'm not sure how it came out. I seen it in the reverse, but This is 6. This looks like inhibited or either an over exaggerated 6. Oh, this is 9, my bad. 9, the ending, some type of exaggeration in the end. I don't know yet. I haven't looked in the actual book to see if this is the exaggerated, but it looks like it is. We're gonna, and this got a picture of the sun symbol at the bottom of it. Okay, come on, let's fold on in and begin to make some sense. And we're gonna see further when I look this information up. Check out my plants. Okay, plant boy, if you subscribe, I'll check out your plants. And thanks for the compliment. All right. 2, we already had this 2 energy come out. We know that 2, again, is relating, being able to see something outside of yourself. However, this is, I think this is exaggerated. I'm not sure if it's exaggerated or the inhibited. Either way it goes, this is some type of friction or some type of misconstruing of whatever's being related to at the moment. So let me see. Yeah, this is just for shits and giggles, Lulis. Solace 4. Okay, so let's see. So, number 9. Let's see. Okay, so this is the exaggerated number. This is a green card. I don't know how I look in the screen, but it's green. It looks blue in the book, but it looks green on my on this right here though. So the exaggeration. Okay, this is a provocative and blowing all limitations. The 9 shows itself in the 3 triangles that want to escape to all 3 sides. It's an escape. Okay, this is not wanting to change over. This is not wanting to go to the next cycle. Look at the cycle right here in the middle. It's trying to escape the circular shit. And actually, in a sense, that ain't necessarily anything wrong with that from one perspective, but we ain't going to dig into that yet. Because it could be cycles that you are trying to unravel for a reason, and that's what's causing the misunderstanding or the rocky process that you may be facing. Stay out the chat. Let me see if I could, I can't even turn it off. I don't want to turn the chat off. I just don't want to see it right now because I like it. Run it up, bitch. But anyway, this is also indicated by the explosive spiral, smaller image, okay? Then we got the 5, which is your individuality. Remember the individuality house came out in reverse, but your actual individuality, well, I ain't gonna say individual, this is more of your expression, but it kind of can be connected to the individual too, being that this is just archetypes that we can get a vibe off of. And the star being the star man, this is an individual. And 5 is the energy of change and chaos in the feminine perspective of it. Is now having to correspond something to what you're observing in the chaos type shit as an individual though. So you wanting to escape certain situations or bound, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you know, sometimes you can come up in a whole situation as far as like what has created the environment that you are in and have always been in. You may or a generational curse or cycle. You may are trying to remove yourself or remove certain elements of yourself or remove certain people who have attachments to these generational curses from you. You may be trying to remove that, and it could be causing a distortion, which, okay, that's a part of the process sometimes. So, and not to say that you just sit in the distortion. No, you continue to try to work things out as we are doing now, but don't fret though. That's what I'm saying. Let me go to 5. 5 is the solution. We got the solution 5 though, because you are the solution, the individual, the solution. So the individual that you're being, the house that you're being housed in, esoterically speaking, may be in reverse to your individuality, because this came out in the upright, and it's the solution. Always, I ain't gonna say always, this card gonna come up in the upright, because that ain't gonna always be what this card is referring to, but you're always the solution for the most part though. Human, Starman. The 5 generously uses his talents for organization for the greater good. Remember, 5 is something that this is the chaos, but all things have order, even chaos. There's such thing as organized chaos, and it doesn't look like how you would organize something in the left brain or in the actual earth perspective. It's not going to necessarily look like that. But you use your talents, your own understanding of what you are dealing with, your own deeper understanding of the situation, shit that don't nobody know but you. You use that to organize it within yourself and then make it make sense externally when it's time to, for the greater good. And this is the color orange, which is the solar plexus. Wait a minute, or is it the sacrum? Well, anyway. One of those right there in the individual space, right here up in your gut. This is Virgo season 2. Hope y'all been, and I'm talking about hope y'all been, let me get out my business. But I was finna say hope y'all been trying to clean that gut out. I have, but not to the biggest degree that I could, but I have. And Virgo season ain't over, so clean that gut out. Because what I noticed too about your gut and your shit, when you take shits and when you don't, you can look at that as if you were to peep game when you're very constipated or something, especially if you're and I don't mean to get, but this is Scorpio moon, so when you're constipated or you have problems shitting, and Libra rules the cell salt too, that helps you to shit, that could be a synchronicity to how your actual life in certain areas may be stuck. And once you begin to boo-boo, as a witchcraft ritual and a spell, because that's what your body is, that's what you are, you look at that as, oh, okay, things are progressing. You consciously think that to yourself. Let life confirm life. I do. This is how I do it. And it gets nasty sometimes. That's why I'm saying these are things only you can know. Why does the damn light still on? Okay. These are things only you can know, things that only you can do. 2, let's pull up 2. Okay. 2 is inhibited. This wasn't exaggerated. This was inhibited. We already know this is how you relate to others as far as 2 is concerned. Yesterday, was that the 2 that was harmonious? No, that was the 3 that was very harmonious. That was changing colors. This is the 2 though. 2 reminding me of I'm talking about the symbology on the card itself, reminding me of the Aquarius zodiac sign. And we know that Aquarius is like a social, it's more than it's not a social sign. Aquarius is a collective sign, but Aquarius can deal with others. It's an associative sign, but I'm not trying to relate Aquarius and Libra together, but I'm just saying, because so the actual book says the 2 stands in this world full of doubts and insecure of its decisions. It doesn't know which way to go or how to act. You do know which way to go or how to act internally, but that's where the bringing organization to that internal chaos comes into play, where I was just saying how you organize things within, with an example of what I just said about using the restroom, even though that's just one example, but it'd be little things like that inside of yourself that you can peep game on, that can let you see the as above, so below. By the way, I got a course coming out too, not me by myself, me and a group of other my good fellow colleague women, sisters. We got a course coming out. It's a divine feminine course, and in my course I'm going to be teaching on synchronicities and correspondences and how to relate these things so that you can know what to do in the moment. Because one of the issues, well, I ain't gonna say issue, but one thing women do deal with is not being able to understand their feelings and relate them to actual life sometimes, because your feelings are valid, but when you try to relate them to actual physical life, it don't make sense sometimes, and you're like, am I doing this right? But being able to follow these correspondences and being able to, which we do this innately as women, but having the logical understanding of it is what's going to bring these 2 things together. Because we, like I said, we already do that. That's the reason why I also says you already know. It's just that at this 2, being able to relate it to your experience and the environment that you're in, as far as how things are progressing externally to you or digressing, and how you are progressing or shedding from the internal as far as your actual experience, and how to relate those 2 things together so that they can flow. This is what this 2 is referring to. It's not necessarily referring to you and another individual. It's talking about how you relate to the flow of your journey, how you are flowing through this cycle that you have created as far as your life is concerned. And sometimes, and also we got the curvations in the 2, so it's like being inhibited in the internal space, understanding certain things. But the issue is the expression thereof, or peeping game of what you are seeing as far as what's being expressed to you in life. Because life expresses itself to you all the time. It tells you what's going on. But being able to understand that and making it calibrate within yourself, that's what this shit is about. Hope I'm not self-projected too much, but I'm a woman too, so that's the reason why I feel like I can speak on shit the way I do. Because I know that everybody don't process life the way I process it. I understand that. But if I'm speaking to individuals who have similar mentalities or similar spiritual backgrounds, and I feel that I am, if you would be listening, then I think that I can express these things. And that's me doing this 5. That's me expressing it anyway, seeing if it makes sense. With the 2, you won't know until you express certain things. You won't know until you say, fuck that, I'm finna feel this way and I'm gonna act on that. Or however it is, because sometimes you need to feel certain ways and you need to transmute that feeling and act certain so that you can act differently. Either way it goes. Experiment with that. Excuse me, y'all. Experiment with that. Then we got the, okay, so we pulled 3 of those cards. We're going to pull 3 more later so that we can hit each side of the spectrum. Let me see. Should we pull? Let me put these up before they get lost. Okay, let's see. Should we pull I'm trying. Dang, my crazy self. I didn't mean to put the astrology cards that I pulled back. I thought they were sitting right there, but they weren't. But it's all good. We know it don't matter. If you need to rewind, let me think. What's the, okay, so it is still Scorpio moon. I guess we need to pull a dark card then. Let's do that. Okay. All right, the archetype guidebook. After we pull the archetype guidebook, we're going to pull 3 more of the numerology cards. Yeah, I like that flow. What's the intention? What's y'all intention? The intention is the transits. The intention is Virgo sun being details and Mercury being the ruler, having understanding of these details and being able to go into details, but not getting lost in the details. Pisces, opposite being Pisces, understanding it with a good equilibrium as far as that left brain is concerned, because Virgo also has feminine qualities to it. So that should be enough balance within itself in the first place. So we're going to do that with Scorpio moon. Scorpio moon in the later degrees, which is Scorpio is power and control, transformation, shit like that. And these things being in the emotion space, these things being something that needs to be changed and transmuted from the internal so that these things can make sense externally. Virgo being in the sun. So that's the intention. And to me, that's how you pray. Or am I wrong on that? I could be over exaggerating or being inhibited in that because I haven't had a chance to think about that. Because I never really thought about it until just now. Or I never really said it out my mouth to see how it actually sounds until just now. But anyway, no, I want 2 more. Okay, we'll pull that one. Eros. It kind of came out in a good space. It wasn't really in the reverse. I don't know what Eros mean and none of that, but I see she got a diamond in between her lips. So these are communications, and air being something that's intangible, but a diamond being something that is tangible. But the worth of a diamond, why would a diamond or rock be important? You're going to have to pay me, V. Baby girl, baby boy. You're going to have to pay me for that. Now, if you want to, PayPal me, Jackie New, Jackie_New, or Venmo me, Jackie New. Or you can Zelle me. And I think you use Zelle through the email, right? Jacqueline. We're going to worry about Zelle right now till I figure that out. But anyway, yeah, if you pay me, it'll pop up on my screen and I'll let you know whatever the hell you're talking about. But Eros, Air being communication, the diamond being in the middle, diamond being valuable or whatever. But, you know, they all have their components and the things that they have the capacity of or whatever, which someone can put value on that or someone can devalue it. But the communication, with that being said, I don't know. So that is communication and understanding. That's like the throat chakra and the third eye chakra, which we have been talking about that all week. Let's see what else come out though. This kind of tried to come out. The temple. This is more directed to you, just like the communication that you have within yourself and the things that you value as far as communication with Eros, which I don't know if that's what that means. We're going to look it up. But the temple, this is your body. It reminds me of the body of Christ, which was that star card. And your temple doesn't just consist of your physical body. That also entails your internal world too. And your internal organs and shit. And your health, which is Virgo. And it got a lot of green energy around it, looking like plants and shit. Okay. This one flew out. The vessel. More individual information. This is more individual, seems like essences to me. The vessel. Similar to the temple. What is that lady that Virgo archetype is? I don't know, but it's giving me nurturing vibes though, because look, looked like she's taking like she's in like a singing bowl, but it also feels like a spiritual bath, and it also feels like a birth. And she don't have no head because it's talking about the internal world as well. And is that a she? Yeah, she looks like a she, which is feminine. She's holding her hands over her little breast. So that's a feminine energy. You got the sun over here on the outside. This is trying to relate these internal things to this external life and this actual journey that you're actually on and where you're supposed to be going, and the masculine energy, trying to relate these things, but from a space that is not that light. And that's fine. That's the whole point of life, to bring two different things together to create something anew. So let's pull out what it actually says. Let's start at Eros. I'm thinking that, I don't know, because I don't even know what Eros mean. Okay, it's an initiation. That's what this is. So I'm already feeling like this is communication, making contracts verbally with yourself or with others, or even setting boundaries so that some things that you value, that no one can know that you value, but you can also be respected when they are confronted in actual reality. And it can be an unsaid thing, because you have your feminine. Well, I don't know who this is for, but it feels like we're talking to feminists though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Or we could be talking to your feminine energies too. So, because men also have feminine energies or certain internal not manipulative, but certain darker, deeper feelings that they might not know how to express, and it makes sense externally. Or they may overexpress them and try to logicalize them too much, and it don't make sense to them internally. Okay, that's how that probably will go. The last part of what I just said. So this goes for masculine or feminine, no matter. 209. So, okay, the number is 71. 7 is the second one to me. This is a whole new individual experience that I don't know why, but it always gets, let me keep that to myself. And one being the individual. So the you having a whole brand new individual experience with a whole new brand new individual environment or some shit, I don't know. And 209 is the page number that's relating to the void, and at the end. Relating to the void at the last cycle. That's giving me the other vibes of the other card. Damn, why did I put those back? I always do that shit. Okay, what it was, 209? And look, the initiation. And that's the first initiation. So that's the first initiation. So as soon as you get to the 9, right after that, you go right back to the 1. So ending something and having to have a brand new understanding of something that you always, it's like it's a transmutation of your understandings and how you process what you are experiencing, because the old things that you used to understand and how people used to go about, how you looked at things as common, those things don't need to necessarily be common in your internal space anymore. And it's like trying to still operate in this world and holding that type of integrity internally, I guess, because it's about what you value. Okay, so anyway, though eros can be depicted as unbridled sexuality and eroticism, a more contemplative understanding of this archetypal energy leads us to the root of desire itself. Okay, what do we long for? Why are we awakened by love? What is it that you really value, and why are you valuing these things? What makes us hesitate in the face of intimacy? What makes you self-sabotage when you could be right there? It's the misunderstandings within you, not really knowing or feeling secure with or even, because I'm looking at it from a feminine perspective right now, and I'm trying to transmute it to masculine, but that's anyway. What makes us hesitate in the face of intimacy? Eros reconnects us with the primal longing to merge with another human being. Nature, music, art, plants, food, or anything that we perceive we are separate from. Eros allows us to momentarily unite. Our heart embraces otherness, and in doing so, we further understand our own. Okay, that's like Libra energies. This is like the two energy, and it could also, because we go back to the two energy that we pulled earlier, and how it was imbalanced, you not being able to perceive the external, or these things just not being able to relate. And remember, people are a part of what you perceive from the external, and it relating back and forth, and having a longing to have that connection that you don't even see necessarily possible with the individuals that you may be privy to in a physical. Because wise people want to have people around them that are also wise, or even wiser than them, and wiser than them in whatever they are expertise in, or whatever their individuality is. You're supposed to have your own individual traits, and I want you to be very. That wouldn't be what it's about. In this world, the people in this world, for the most part, don't have that mindset enough, or some of them do, and they may just not. They may be on their individual journey, so it's not even for you to look at people and look down on them and be like, "Oh, you're not good enough," because you aren't good enough. No, let me not say that. It's things, because in order for you to attract what you want, you have to be that. So if you're not that yourself, these are still reflections of your situation and you, or whatever. And not to say that everybody around you is bullshit ass individuals. Just saying, you want to relate to something that's going to enhance you and better you, and you have to be the same type of individual to the people that you are relating to. You're supposed to be enhancing them and building them up, with whether it's just your essence and your aura and the things you're capable of, and you standing in your individuality. And because it's not necessarily for you to pamper or give somebody something, because people will take advantage of that. So it's about you finding this value within, this some type of value that people, let me just read this. Eros allows us to momentarily unite. Our heart embraces otherness, and in doing so, we further understand our own. Our life forces awaken. This card reveals an inevitable initiation to love's labyrinth. Oh yeah, this is an initiation though. So this being an initiation, this lets you know this is an energy that is coming in, and that maybe that's what Virgo season was preparing you for. Not even just Virgo season, but just the Virgo energy in itself, and Virgo season just being a heightened portion of that, could have been getting you ready so that you can have other experiences to relate to. Okay, so your external environment is going very subtly. Peep game, and don't self-sabotage, and don't downgrade it either. When things come in that are of a flow, don't look at it and be like, "Oh, that's not good enough," because remember, it's a reflection of you. So appreciate it. So when these things come in, you appreciate them, and then you'll be able to see, "Oh, I would have misjudged that had I been in that old mentality, thinking this and that, not appreciating and loving myself and loving what I'm creating from the external perspective." So you appreciate these things and love these things, and value them accordingly. Not overvalue them though. You'd value them accordingly. And a lot of these things that's going to be things that you're going to now value are going to be stuff that you used to wouldn't have necessarily looked at as valuable. So don't think it's the old saying, like, "Oh, somebody's going to come propose," or some goddamn surface level ass shit like that. It's not that. But you're being prepared for actual reality to begin to shift just how you had designed it to, as far as what you've been processing through up until this point. That's what's up, boo. Okay. What came next? The Temple came next. The Temple should be a place. Yeah, it's a place. It's number 39, the environment, and the end, which is 9. 141 is the page number. That's the individual finding groundedness, structure, having clear thoughts about the individual, the other individual, or the other, whatever it is relating to, whether it be a person, place, thing, or environment, whatever. Okay, so that's the Temple. But I also do know that the Temple felt like, to me, your physical body. You, though. You, because these things start from within. And then they begin to transmute and you see them externally. 141. Okay. When we think of the Temple, we often envision an architectural structure in a far-off land. Am I holding it right? We are quick to distance ourselves from the sacred, assuming we must expend much effort in order to arrive there. We are quick to distance ourselves from doing inner work, assuming that it don't even make sense. That's you in the beginning stages, not you, but an individual in the beginning stages of that 5, and being like, fuck that, let me go back to the left brain, the number 4. But at some point, if you have continued to do that, things will begin to show up. That's by default. So don't think that it ain't. Don't think your work is in vain. These things ain't in vain. And you finna see too. Okay. Yet the Temple, let me see. And you could be in a situation where it's like blah. It's like that monotone, nothing going on, nothing good or bad. But if you have still been doing things, and whether good or bad, shit around you, it's still, let me not do divination. Let me just keep it right there, because we don't want to over exaggerate, because these things are individual. Some people may not say, hey, whatever, but take it for what it's for you though. Yet the Temple is a universal and omnipresent energy. Hold on. We must expend much. Okay, we're thinking that we must expend. You think it takes more than what you have been doing, but actually you've been doing it, and you've been just being consistent at something is automatically a universal law that has to give a reciprocation of something. So, yet the Temple is a universal and omnipresent energy, accessible in the highest and lowest, richest and poorest of places. Visiting the Temple might be as simple as stepping into a dappled light of the forest. So it's so simple. These things ain't that deep. Like, and when you, like, for both sides, let me shut up, just read. I'm gonna talk though. Okay, I understand. I am on video, and it's okay for me to talk. I have to always remind myself of that, because I go too far. And then now I forgot what I was talking about. But let me go. Okay, this card is a call to re-examine. Hold on, wait a minute. The Temple might be as simple as stepping into the dappled light of the forest, slowly and sensually kissing a lover, or closing your eyes to travel inward. This card is a call to re-examine what you pay homage to and what you reject, what it is that you value. Right. This is something is shifting. What do you spend your time worshiping? Do you spend your time worshiping phone, money, material goods? Hence, or AKA, what do you spend your time valuing? Goes back to that diamond in the mouth. What barriers do you draw between yourself and the sacred? What that mean? What barriers do you draw between yourself and the sacred? So is it like barriers that you stop because you don't want to believe that deep? You don't want to go that deep? You don't want to really believe in yourself that far? Do you really put barriers around all possibilities for yourself? Maybe it's out of fear. Maybe it's because of old things that have happened before in that energy. But you got to remember, you're in a different space, and sometimes it's okay to try it again if you feel that that's what it is. But you could also already know that ain't what it is. So it's an individual thing. This is for entertainment purposes only, to a certain degree. Perhaps there is a room. Hold on, where am I at? What barriers? Okay, perhaps there is room on your altar for something new, something surprising. Offer it to the heavens. Okay, so do you a little low-key ritual, give of something as a ritual, as above so below, because you can be expecting something very sweet and harmonious for you, that's going to uplift you internally, which is going to create more of that externally. So it's going to be like It's going to be like a domino effect. I don't want to say dominoes because dominoes fall over. It's more like a avalanche effect. And this was in the light. So when it's in the light, it's a reverence for all. Appreciate all that. Don't downgrade anything that's pleasant and beneficial, or even not as pleasant and not as beneficial, but it can be transmuted into that. It's like taking some trash that's like giving somebody some trash of yours, and they end up building, like restructuring the whole setup. I give somebody an old ass outfit, and now they're actually a seamstress, and they made that bitch look better than what it was when I first bought it off the rack. Now I'm kind of looking like, damn, can I have my shit back? But it's like you being able to transmute all things how you want, because that's the point. That was the point of the number 3 yesterday too, with the being androgynous. You don't look at anything as good or bad until you see it for what you can do with it. And you understand, like, okay, this does need to be shipped out. I need to get rid of this bullshit. Or shit, this ain't bullshit. Well, I got a Taurus stellium, so I kind of, I value things and see value in stuff that may not necessarily be valuable until I put my hands on it and make it valuable, or I end up throwing it away because I see, oh, it ain't what I thought it was. But don't be a hoarder. You throw things away, and don't throw away things that's valuable. Well, anyway, because perhaps there is room on your altar for something new, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Give me one moment. The next card we're going to pull is the vessel. Hold up, y'all. Okay. There could be things that that's right around you, that's right up under your damn nose, that's valuable, that you have been devaluing. And that can not end well too. So catch it now. All right. Oh, full moon coming. That's right. Ain't it? Where we at? The vessel. The vessel, where are you? Hold on, y'all. Let me see. The vessel. I thought it would be in the cells. I don't see it there, though. Okay. It's a tool. So your body is like a tool. Your experience, all things in your experience can be used as a tool. 69 being the number, 6 being the energy of like balance. After 5, 9 being the end. That in itself creates a balance, a yin. You know what 69 looks like. That in itself creates, and it took a balance. It took 2 opposite things to come together in order to create your vessel. So it makes sense. And it's the number 203 that's relating to the void and the environment. So that's you being able to relate differently, because this being in the void is a brand new different experience. You're like jumping. You're like, what's the word? Surrendering when you jump into the void, and that creating a whole different experience, a whole different environment. So 69, let's see. Oh, I didn't hurry up because we still say we're gonna pull some of those other cards. Oh Lord, wait a minute. It's 203, my bad. I thought I read the numbers wrong, but I didn't. Okay, the vessel is actually the last. No, it's not. I thought it was the last thing before we got to the initiation, but it's not. But anyway, the vessel. The vessel may be the most powerful archetype form on Earth, which is you, which is that number 5 card, the individual, Starman. That's one of the most powerful archetypal forms on Earth, the Starman. It is everywhere. Look in the sky. Cups hold liquid, stoves hold fire. Our bodies hold our organs. Our homes hold families. Remember we had Cancer in the reverse. Through the simple act of separation, the vessel protects what it contains. Through the simple act of separation, the vessel protects what it contains. Okay, because in order for it to have something inside of it, it got to be separate from it. Like, is that what it's saying? Because if I had a thick ass marble block, it wouldn't have anything on the inside unless I drilled the opening and hollowed it out and put stuff in it. Now it's housing that. So I guess that's what it's saying. Even the plants, hold on. The vessel protects what it contains. Nest protect the egg. Savings account protect our earnings. Even the plants are contained within their circular orbit. When this card appears, it's time to assess what is being held together and how it is being held together. Is the vessel too tight, too loose, too broken, too empty, too full, or perhaps there is no vessel at all? And the contents spill in every direction. It is natural. That's like flunked out Libra energy, being too relatable to shit that you shouldn't be relating to. You need to hold yourself in a different type of space to other than to relate to things that are not going to be suiting for your energies and not going to come and fall out and play out good for you. So the vessel has a life cycle that must be honored. Is it time for you to build, break, or repair? You must find out. So it came out in the upright though. Stable, strong, graceful. But that last astrology card with the fourth house or the Cancer energy or something came out in the reverse though. So but and the 5 did too, which is the so we already know what this is about then. It's just about you, because we're never going to be on either end of the spectrum. I'm always going to bring it to the middle and to the equilibrium place. So it don't matter about what was in reverse and what was in the upright, because we're not over exaggerating any of these things. We're just finding out what the fuck is going on so that we can do our own individual calibrations. So as far as the vessel is concerned though, there's some things that you could be doing better, or some things that you are doing a lot better based on the things that you're allowing. And when I say allowing, I'm talking about like when you eat some food, you're allowing this food to enter your body. So that could be like you're allowing a different diet so that things can be held together as they need to be from a vessel perspective, from an organ perspective, a cellular perspective. The vessel has, and blood vessel has a life cycle that, okay, because in the reverse is trapped, being in a bubble. It's like not being able to be born, staying in the womb, being a stillbirth. No, you got you have the say so at any moment of your life, even right now. You are the one that can say, you know what, let me get this shit together. Or you can just be like, I don't even know where to start. No, you better get that shit together. But I'm quite sure this is just, like I said, we're just bringing these things together. You wouldn't even be, if you're still watching, shit. Yeah, that's the only people who I'm talking about is the one who's watching. So if you're watching, which you are, you wouldn't even be in this space. I mean, you wouldn't even be here if you weren't already doing this type of work. So we're not gloomy down, and we're not overexcited either. We're just trying to figure out so that when we get in our own spaces, we can have more pleasant experiences. Shit like that. So why this card came out? This is that number 6 sex card. Inharmonious sex that hurts, sex that don't feel good, or you're not even being fucking attracted to whatever the fuck you're relating to. So when that is the case, what do? Do you fuck them anyway? Do you keep relating to them anyway? Do you still let them into your space? No, you get the fuck away, or you tell that bitch, get your ass out of here, bitch. All right, let me chill out because I'm starting to get tired. So all right, okay, this one came out. Number 8. We had this card, being two left brains, not having that circular flow, not wanting to jump into that void. Instead, you wanting to separate because it just is like easier, because nobody wants to go into the North Node. Let me not say nobody. I like North Node shit. But some people are afraid to go into the North Node or to be in uncomfortable environments, to do things differently, and be awkward with it, be cringe as fuck. Don't matter until you get used to it. So what? Whatever that was 5 years ago that happened, does it matter today? No, it don't. So you do what you got to do today so that you can know that you did what you had to do tomorrow. You can already be in a different space, and you can do what you need to do tomorrow, and won't be trying to do what you need to do yesterday, today, type shit. That in itself is going to, like, that energy itself is inharmonious, ugly, sex, nasty, ugh. Bitch, get off me. Let me not do it. Scorpio, see, I'm using the transits. You use these things as tools. Hey, Scorpio moon said I could talk like that. What's the time like? All right. It didn't come out. We're not taking any stillbirths. We're not taking any stillbirths. 5. 5 had just came out in the solution stage. Now it's in the over-exaggerated stage. So the over-exaggeration is that's just like trying to jump into, okay, say there's something that you want to do, like say you want to do hair, but you looking at it like, oh, if I do hair, then I got to get my shit together. I need a camera so I can take pictures. Everybody on Instagram is gonna have this, so I got to have that. And it's like, no, you're over fucking exaggerating. Chill out. It ain't about that. It's about the energy and effort and accumulation that you put. Because all those people that you're talking about, if they're actually successful and it ain't no first time hit and run type of situation, then they would have had to be in the same space you're currently in, even if they were in that. And it would be worse if they were in that space when they were the first ones. At this point, everyone's doing certain not stupid, but everybody's doing their own individual shit. So you have less of a reason to be afraid than the person who actually made it. So again, that's you attracting what you are. Even when it comes to your experiences and your scenarios and situations, you're attracting what you have accumulated and created. And if you've been too like afraid, maybe that fear in itself is a emotion that has been attracted based off of you being that. So you transmute that and you jump scared, whatever that shit may be. I don't know, but let me see. All right, so let's read these from the book. And I don't like ending like that, so let's read it from the book. Because 5, the solution, came out first. Wait a minute. Let's read. Which one we had? Oh, we had 6. My bad. 6, which is sacral chakra energy for a fact, because it's deep orange, but it's not quite red. That's relating. That is sex. Let me hold it up here. Inhibition. And the 2 triangles moving in opposite direction. Hold up. I wish I had a. I'm doing too much. Okay. And the 2 triangles moving in opposite directions, the forces of heaven and earth appear to be blocked. Unity is impossible. That's all it has to say. The number 6 is like ain't no balance here. Because after number 5, after you organize things, you need to go back to number 5, to the internal organizing, so that these things can be harmonious, and what you attract will be something that is harmonious. Because this is the end. 5 is the inward space, and this goes back to over-exaggerating, inwardly, expecting something that's not even a thing. You're like expecting that, oh, in order for me to do this, it got to be. No, you do whatever you do, and you do it, like, and that's it, and it's good enough. As long as you tried. As long as you did what you supposed to do to get it done, it's good enough. What you think everybody else doing? They shit ain't no better than yours. So, number 8. Oh, I ain't read it. Hold on. Number 5. That's exaggeration. In exaggeration, the 5 breaks free from the system in a destructive way. So you're breaking free from your own internal knowing, your own internal what's the word I'm looking for? Damn. It's like how your mother's breast holds and nurtures you. You can go inside of yourself and feel some type of whatever, and you're not thinking that you're good enough. You're not thinking that is good enough. So you break up out of it and just say, no, it's not good enough. I got to be like this. That's an over exaggeration. But I don't want to keep it on that type of vibe, because it could be anything. Well, I don't see it being anything else though. Anyway, this is separated from the system, or maybe it could be something like you having to separate from a certain people, actually, based on you choosing to value yourself. Because just because they don't value themselves, that don't mean that you have to still carry and share their thoughts and feelings and how they think about life and how they conversate. Sometimes you got to separate from a person and it don't even make sense to them. Why? Because it don't worry about why. And we don't have to separate on bad blood. I just don't fuck with you like that. Tell that to yourself and understand how important and serious it is. That person don't got to understand. And that will be you like being into your solution space, your individual space, not you trying to break things internally to make it work, make it fit, forcing that shit to fit. No, if you have to be around a person that you don't necessarily like, you don't have to act like you like them. You don't have to act like you don't like them. Just be monotone, be to yourself, individuality. You just baby, what you doing? Or what's up? Nothing. Yeah, I'm finna go. And it is painful to have to. It's like walking on eggshells, and we had that card earlier. Never mind. Let me not go too deep. Okay. Number 8. Is inhibited as well. I remember talking about this card the other day about how these are 2 left brains, not trusting or not having trustable feminine energies inside to be able to, this is how I'm seeing it now, to be able to for that feminine energy to be able to have harmonious sex with that masculine energy of yours, and to where it be fitting, to where, because see, I don't know if I could elaborate that deep or what I be seeing, how to express it. But it's like how men turn gay based on, and I don't want to say it like that because I am not a gay man and I'm not gay and I don't whatever. But just even before it gets to an actual individual human being gay, having gay thoughts, like being too left-brained and not allowing your emotions to kick in like a damn robot police pulling you over when you clearly are not really breaking the law and you may be late for work. Him not giving a fuck because he don't care about emotional shit. He's too far in his left brain. So this is for a man or a woman, and that's an inhibition. That's what causes that suppression or that surrendering in a fucked up way as a man, as a hoe, being a bitch ass nigga. And you have these traits within yourself, even if you're a woman. So it being that way, it don't matter. But these things are, I'm talking about the internal, regardless of how you want to decipher it. My starting point is talking about the internal. So I always circle back to what I'm talking about since I'm, but the number 8 in the exaggeration looks out for, wait a minute, that's the wrong one. Inhibition. In the inhibition, the 8 is wonderfully depicted as being, never mind, let me not say tell y'all to, I'm going to say that. Fuck that. Because I was going to say, let me not tell y'all how to process what I'm talking about. Because you process these things how you want to, but it is important. I'm a Gemini. I love information so that I can refer to the information. I'm giving you the information of my starting point is talking about the internal space. So it would be wise to circle back to that understanding inside when you're thinking and you're applying this message to different scenarios in your actual life. Still circle back to you though. Because I like to apply the messages to other people and other people's situations sometimes. But I be feeling like I'm being nosy, so I always circle it back to me. Bring it back to me. Don't be spiritually nosy. You can though. It's easy. And it could, hey, whatever. Do what you do. I try, hey, sometimes other information from other people's situations just come to you. And it don't be your damn fault. But still, circle that shit back to you. So that it inside, when it calibrates, it won't be something weird when it's actually expressed in reality. But that could just be me. Anyway, cross and what did I say? In the inhibition, the 8 is wonderfully depicted as being divided and locked in. So it's divided and locked in. It's like a stubborn ass fuck nigga. Bitch. You don't see, like, I'm sorry. Because we're not even talking about it. Let me not do that. But it's like being locked because everything is so logical in your brain. If you can see it and it can make logical sense, whether it actually is right or wrong on a moral standpoint, not just a cloudiness, not being able to determine the difference because all you know is logic. All you know is that if that's what they said out their mouth, whether I internalized it 1,500 different ways, I know what they logically meant and I'm supposed to take it like that and that only. No, you think about these things all kinds of ways and you make it make sense so that your right brain can activate and you can actually use both sides of your brain or both sides of reality, the internal and the external. Cross and square sit in motionless. That's why Let me not say that. I was finna hit on. Let me not say that. But that's okay. I say like squares don't have rhythm. People that are squares, people that are not embracing their self and not comfortable, that gives you no rhythm. That gives you no movement. Cross and square sit motionless in the circle in which nothing can flow, because you put all the feminine energy in the corner. And this could be in the process, and I kind of doubt this, but it could be though, because I don't doubt this. For some people, it is. Let me just say that, because I've been in that space too, to where you've had to control your internal emotions and world, and you had to goddamn lock them bitches up for a little while. And now it's time that they have understood the mission, like, or maybe these emotions have died, and now you've transmuted them into different ones. It's now time to try to learn how to trust yourself again. It's okay to do these things again. What's in retrograde? Probably nothing, I don't think. But whether it's in retrograde or not, if you got a lot of retrograded planets like I do, a lot of times the retrogrades play out in reverse for me. When a planet is in retrograde, I've already done that shit because my planets are already in retrograde. And now that this planet is in retrograde, now these things cycle and I can flow through them where others may trip. But when planets are not in retrograde for me, sometimes it's me doing things over. And it's not that I'm doing, how does it work out? Let me think. Yeah, sometimes it's me doing things over and they working the first time, or doing things for the first time and they work. Anyway, whatever. The point is though, it's now time to trust certain things again and try it again from an emotional standpoint. Being able to express your emotions, even if you don't trust what you're finna say necessarily, let the bitch out. Let her talk. Let her speak sometimes through you as the masculine, the left brain. Let your left brain hold the right brain by the hand and let her express herself at this point. That's only right. That's only fair. Else this is a cage. This is you being caught up and like locked up. Okay, I think that's all I want to say for real, for real. I pulled all the cards that I said I was going to pull. 7 is on the bottom of the deck. 7, let's read about 7 real quick, because I always be trying to figure out the energy of 7. And this is a not solution 7, but we still going to see. This is the exaggerated 7. First, let's read the solution. Well-ordered mental. I wish I had this. Okay, let me just show it to you. This is the solution 7, what it's supposed to look like. What came out was the exaggerated 7, but I want to read it from the balanced perspective too, because okay, let me just read the exaggerated. The exaggerated says the 7 here is materialistic in an exaggerated way. The spiritual trigon, craving recognition, sits on the square of matter, therefore it presents overcompensation. Let me read the solution. This is it in the solution. Well-ordered mental and spiritual and material and financial values unite to the number 7, which has been venerated as a sacred number by all cultures. Heaven and earth, spirit and body harmonically enclose the self within the 2 triangles, and the being the central point. This can be seen in a larger as well as the smaller symbolic image. It's like an add-on to your new space. But if things add on in the space of like uncalibrated, you're on a more percentage level to have the exaggeration play out and be like in an ego where it's not warranted type shit. Or feeling like you deserve things that you don't, because you're around individual situations, circumstances that don't value themselves in the same way that you say that you value yourself. So you only attract the same shit, which is a reflection of what's truly going on. So you would truly have to value yourself, or truly have to value your creations, or value your individuality, and value your own time, value your own energies, value your own worth. And sometimes you have to separate from other individuals because you may not be around other individuals that are on that space, in that space. So you got to, and you will be able to manifest or materialize a brand new experience, number 7, which will be an add-on to what you already have been doing. And it can, because what does number 1 look like? I don't know. Okay, let's see. Yeah. This is an add-on of number 1. Wait a minute, this is the solution 1. One of them. But it's like an add-on, because see, now you still got the dot in the middle. Let me see something. Okay. Because in the exaggerated number 1, all you're trying to get all the attention on you. The same thing that number 7 says, and you being boxed in because the attention ain't warranted or whatever. But that's just the fucked up end of the spectrum, though, because we're transmuting all of these energies, holding things important that aren't necessarily that important, or devaluing things that are important for less than what they are. And that's going to be an example of how you do that shit internally. Anyway, that's enough, though. I'm finna dip, you guys. I got the damn... Don't worry about it. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out. Thanks for tapping in. JackieNewStore.com for your sales sauce.